New day here, and we are going to get a sap run. Finally, first one of the season. I'm feeling pretty confident. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe Thursday. Supposed to get in the 40s, not get real cold at night, hang around that freezing mark, and that's what we need to wake these trees up. They've been cold and dormant for a long time, so I've got to wash the RO. Has to get done today. I've got a full tank of water on, 550 gallons, almost 600 gallons. Ready to roll. I'm gonna go up, I'm gonna pump that off. I'm gonna come back down, get another load, go up and pump that in the tank, and we're gonna do a rinse, wash, rinse on the RO and get it ready to roll. Made it up to the pump house with my first load of water, so gotta drop tailgate, get the submersible pump in there with the garden hose set up, run all the way back in there to my big tank, right over there. Start filling that tank. I've almost got internet in here, and that's gonna be a game changer for me. And there'll be a video coming down the line about cameras. I'm gonna put a bunch of cameras in here to be able to monitor a bunch of stuff so I don't have to drive back and forth 10 million times. So, got the lead cord plugged in right here. Submersible pump right here. Get this hose on that. Got that hose all undone. It's hooked up. We're powering it right now. We're pumping some water. So there it is, coming out of the back of my tank into the pump house door, over the tanks, and over into the big tank. We'll take a walk over there, make sure that hose don't fly up out of that tank. I've had that happen before. Pay attention, next thing you know, you got 25, 30 gallons on the floor. So there we are. Now I just sit here and wait. So what I want to do, there's just never enough hours in a day, because I do maple, but it's not my full-time job. Like, I'm a heavy equipment operator for a bridge construction company, so like 3 months out of the year I get to do the maple. Like, if I could do this all year round, I'd get so many of these small things that I have to get done. But what I'd like to do at some point is run another pump line off my main pump over there that I pump all the sap out and into my truck with, out this side of the wall. That way when I back in, I could pump sap off my truck and into one of these tanks wherever I need water. But I really only need to do that in the beginning of the season because we haven't had a run yet. So basically to clean the RO, like in season I can save water. You know, I have all the water I need once I'm ROing the sap. So, but we'll let this tank fill up. It's gonna be a little bit, then we'll head back down to the house, get another load. All right, so this thing's done pumping. There might be a little bit left in that tank, but it's good enough. I gotta take this hose back with me back to my house so we can put another load of water in the tank. While that's filling up with water, I'm gonna run to the hardware store. I'm gonna get everything I need to fix this right here. Get another 90, another valve. I can cut that piece of pipe off. I have an extra piece of pipe here and I need to get a Fernco. So when I come back up here and I'm pumping off that last load of water into that tank, I can fix this plumbing. That will be fixed. And then we can wash the RO, we'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Second tank of water is in the tank. It's full. So back up here with my second load of water. I'm unloading it right now, putting it over in the big tank over there. So I'm gonna try to kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. So while I'm waiting for that, I'm gonna fix this blowout that I had from my pipes freezing, which I showed you in the last video, right here. I just realized what I bought. Are you kidding me? It's threaded. Oh, ain't gonna work. I'm gonna have to go back to the hardware store and get a valve that's so you can glue into it. Didn't even think about looking at it, I just grabbed it. So, gotta go get the right one. I got lucky, my wife was in town, so I was able to get her to go to the hardware store and she got me exactly what I needed right there. See how it's smooth inside there? So I got the right one now. We're gonna take care of this. We're gonna fix it up right. New 90, 2 new short stubs, a new valve, and another Fernco. Note to self, don't make this mistake again. The tank is almost empty off the back of my truck, so we're gonna start rinsing the RO, and we're gonna do a rinse, then we're gonna do a soap wash, and we're gonna do another rinse. So we'll go in there and we'll get that started. Right here's my RO machine. Right here you can see it's a D&G. I like this machine. So after maple season's over, you got to store these machines in a heated environment. If you don't have heat, you can put antifreeze through the system so it doesn't freeze, but I have heat in here, so they recommend using germicide. Germicide prevents bacteria from growing inside the unit during the off season. So I drained the germicide out. We're gonna do a rinse for about 2 to 3 minutes, and we're gonna go into a wash, and then we'll go into a final rinse after that. So I'll show you how we do that. Every day is you wanna check this little screen filter down here where the permeate or sap comes into. It's right here. It's this guy right here. So we usually back this off, put a pail under it. Set a little filter in here. Get that out of there, make sure that's good and clean. So I'll rinse it out with some water and I'll put it back in. What this screen does, it's basically catching any debris that's coming from your sap tank or permeate or whatever it is that's you're introducing into the RO. All right, so I got that out, cleaned it. We're gonna put this back on. We're gonna put a rinse on this thing. So we're gonna open up these 2 valves first right here. We gotta open up the valve to the tank that the water's in. That's gonna let water come right in. Push right up into the unit. It's gonna come right into the feed pump right here. The way I got this set up now, that water's just gonna circulate through this system, clean it out, and it's gonna put it right down a drain pipe right there going right outside. So we'll start this unit up. So it's been rinsing for about 5 minutes. So I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna switch this valve right here. This will allow the water to come up and fill the wash tank here in the back. So if you watch, this sight glass right here, this is the elevation of the water in the wash tank here. So we're gonna get that all the way to the top because we're gonna need that full to do our soap water, to do our soap wash. I can see it coming up in there. So the way that's set up, there's an overflow in there. So once it gets to a certain height, it just goes right out the drain. So that's full. We'll shut that off. Now we'll manually shut this down. And now we're going to go into a wash. In order to do that, now we switch this so it's circulating. Now I need to add a little soap to this, which I got right here. Already predetermined how much I need, and this is how much I need for one wash. So we'll put a scoop of this in there. We'll just dump this right here. And now we'll put it into wash mode. Soap wash is a little bit different than the rinse. So I'm gonna put this into wash mode, and this is gonna wash all on its own. Probably takes like 45 minutes to an hour, and it will shut off on its own. Then you know it's done doing the wash. Then we'll come back in here and do a final rinse like I did the first time, but with whatever's left out there in the tank. We'll put it in the soap wash. It's in wash mode now. I could probably go do something. I might run home for a minute, come back, and then I can put it in the final rinse mode, and I can walk away for the night. So we'll be back. We just got back up here to the pump house, and it's all done doing the wash. Nice thing about that is you put it into wash mode, you can go do whatever you want to do for about 45 minutes to an hour. Then it just automatically shuts itself off. It's a temperature sensor. When it gets to that temperature, it's done. So we'll put it in the final rinse, and then we're going to get out of here. So RO is all set to go. Thanks for watching.